Beyond the titles and accomplishments, Brother Kenn has a story that's going to shift lives. He's a two-time suicide attempt survivor who beat the odds and made the decision to keep living, keep fighting, and keep walking in purpose.
Issues behind getting caught cheating. I hope y'all ready for this ride.
Come on, let's talk about it.
Because I am a very transparent person about this right here. Issues about getting caught cheating. Issues about losing my wife, the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. Issues behind not being able to see my kids because of those choices. Issues about choices that I made in positions that I put myself in that didn't work out like they should have, or like I thought they should have, or on the good side of what they should have, that worked out to what I thought was my damnation, pushed me to a point where I wanted to end my life.
What's going on, Bag Family? We're back with another one. Coach Darius D. Brown here. Episode 48. Listen, man, we're in a season of heavy momentum. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate all the support from our followers, man. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and it's all because of you guys. So continue to stay locked in. We're going to continue to provide this value and bring the best on our platform to provide not only value, but real life experiences. This is keeping it real with the Browns. So we're going to continue to give you transparency and vulnerability. So without further ado, we have a very, very special guest, Brother Kenn with two N's.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. How you doing, brother?
I'm amazing. I usually respond when somebody asks me that best day of my life because I woke up on the right side of the dirt today.
Come on. Is it always like that for you, though?
It's now. It's like that now.
Okay.
Just because recent seasons of growing, being picked and ordained to be a deacon at our church, sitting under PD and his teaching, which is always heavy. It's heavy from a distance, but when you're in this proximity,
I was gonna say, yeah,
of him, it's when it's personal, it's heavy. It's a major push in your faith walk. So yeah, it's like that every day, man. It's like that every day. I make it like that every day.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you guys to Brother Kenn. Brother Kenn, he was born and raised in the inner city of Philadelphia. He's a devoted husband, father, serial entrepreneur, leader in the community, and one of the very first deacons that changed church under the dynamic leadership of Dr. Darius Daniels. But beyond the titles and accomplishments, Brother Kenn has a story that's going to shift lives. He's a two-time suicide attempt survivor who beat the odds and made the decision to keep living, keep fighting, and keep walking in purpose. So for those that don't know, this month is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So this is timely. And again, we're going to continue to provide the value and help someone that may be going through, right? They may be feeling like they're in this thing called life by themselves. And I want to encourage you, we want to encourage you that you're not. You're loved, you're worthy, you're valued, you're appreciated.
Thanks.
And community is important. So stay tapped in, man. So give us a little bit of your background story as far as who you are, and we'll start from there.
And I'm just a kid that grew up in West Philly. Life wasn't handed to me with a silver spoon. It was rough. My mother did the best she could with what she had. She did the best she could with the education about life, about raising the kid that she had. Her and my father didn't get along. Their circumstances leaked into the relationship that he had with me. Me and my dad have a great relationship now.
Beautiful.
We are fine now. We've talked through all the things that we needed to talk through, but me growing up, he wasn't there. And my mom did her best. She tried to fill my life with positive men, but it wasn't my dad. I remember growing up. I remember looking in the mirror and crying. Why this man don't want me? Why I'm so bad? that he don't want to be around me.
Right.
Or he don't want to come back, or that he just left me like I was. And, circumstances was what they was with him and my mom, and he made a decision. All forgiven now, but I had to grow up through that. I had to grow through that.
Right.
So, my family's heavily involved in martial arts. I think if it wasn't for that, I'd probably be 6 feet under. Probably these streets probably would have consumed me.
Okay.
But my martial arts teacher was shout out to Grandmaster Ozzie Wright, who was a prominent father figure to me. Still, type of person that if you was acting up in school, would come up to your school to see you. Type, what up type dude.
I love it.
Like, yeah, and he was acting up. You got a report while you was in class, curtains. So, the discipline was always there. Thank God I grew up with somebody that taught me how to fight.
Okay.
I had to fight my way through a whole lot physically, fight my way through a whole lot of stuff, Wasn't involved in no gangs and all that. But that was because of the people around me. That was because of that type of situation. I was scared. I was scared of my mom. I was scared of my martial arts instructor. I was scared of my uncles, he was a world champion.
Okay.
And everything. I was scared. like I know what you're gonna do to me, but man, I know what they're gonna do to me too. And that's I gotta go home.
Right.
So whether we got rumble every day, we just got rumble every day because I ain't going home to get the beating that I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
When I get there. So
Let me ask you a question. What was that process like? Let's kind of back up as far as with your pops. Like you going through that process to say, you know what? I'm not responsible for what transpired while I was a kid, but I am responsible for my own healing. What was that process like for you to say, you know what? Let me forgive my pops and let's move past it. Let's move on from this. What was that like?
it was hard. So it was extremely difficult because I went through a whole lot of stages of it. So being a young kid, I'm gonna say up until probably about 12 or 13, I was on some, why he don't want me. I'm a great kid. The love I got from my grandparents, my grandmother was amazing, off the charts, immeasurable. I'm like, I gotta be a great kid for somebody to love me like that. So why he not around? I used to literally think I got another set of grandparents that would love me like that. Why he keeping me from them? I used to think that. But I went from that into being angry, being mad about it. If I see him, it's on sight.
Wow.
When I got to that point, when I would say around the time that, 14, 15, when I'm starting to, in martial arts class, I'm starting to fight grown men and being very successful with that. So now, in my mind, just because you grown don't mean that you can't get it, and that I'm not going to give it to you, and and that I'm, not going to be successful in that situation. Right. So I'm mad at him now. Or if I seen, when we're going to rumble, we're going to fight. and that's what it was. And it was like that until I wrote a paper about it in high school. I wrote a paper about it in high school. We had a class, I forgot what class it was, but I wrote a paper about that in high school. 3-page paper about how the interaction would go, like very detailed.
Wow.
Like it was crazy.
Wow.
But then that anger went into my, late 20s, early 30s.
Okay.
And then my dad got other kids, and my sister reached out to me on MySpace.
MySpace days.
Crazy,
yes, indeed.
right? Reached out to me on MySpace. I thought she was some chick trying to holler at me.
Yeah.
So I kind of ignored her at the time. And she reached out again. I think she got an email address or something like that. Reached out again, and I reached back, and she's like, I think I'm your sister. I'm like, what? She ran it down. I met her. I got 2 sisters and a brother.
Okay.
That I met, biological, that I met, and then I arranged a meeting with him. I met my dad at an Applebee's over by the airport in Philadelphia, and probably up until the day that I met him, I had that anger in me.
So you don't know what's gonna come out of this.
I had
this interaction.
I had no idea. I told my wife. I said, because she knows that story.
Okay.
I said, I don't know. trying to be calm about it. I really don't want to go into that.
Wow.
You know, I might say some words to him, but if he say the wrong thing, I'm gonna pop off.
Right.
I was that guy.
Right.
I was that angry, and I was like that. Just period. That was my thing. I had it from one of my best friends that grew up with me fighting in tournaments and everything. He was just down here for a little bit, and he was like, "Man, I remember, man, you used to fight so angry all the time. You fought angry." And I was always angry. It came out. Certain people could see it,
Right.
and it came out. But when I met him and I saw him, I'm my dad's twin. You know, people say you see kids, I'm like, "Oh man, you spit them out."
Yeah.
My dad, I looked just like
Split
a
image.
spitting image.
Wow.
It was like looking in the mirror.
Wow.
And when I saw him, all that went away.
Wow.
It just went away, and I was like,
Did you have compassion in that very moment?
in that very moment
Okay.
that I met him, it swept away, and I just wanted to talk. I couldn't believe when I looked at him. I was like, that's crazy. There's a couple of people in my family that I look alike. Couple of people. It's not like if I had all my family in a room, you could say, okay, all these people, oh yeah, they all family.
Right.
Like, we real kind of diverse.
Okay.
And me going places and visiting people and looking people in the face and like, I don't think you look like me. We really don't. We vibe a little bit, but we don't really vibe like that.
Yeah.
You know, aunts and uncles that I'm not close to, and I attribute kind of that to it. I'm like, I don't look like you. Like, I think I look like my grandmother a lot. I think I look like my uncle a lot. I'm really close to them. Super close to my grandmother. Super close to my uncle. You know, and growing up with that identity issue was a problem. My dad, I got cousins and my brother and my sisters. Like, we all look like each other. I call my sister right now. We'll have a conversation. Like, we ain't really seen each other in, I think, almost a year, but we ain't physically talked in a little bit. I call her right on the phone right now, and we talk like we just talked yesterday.
Wow.
And I don't know if that's because of their bond, because I can identify with that, but
Yeah.
when I saw my dad, it just all swept away, and I just wanted to have a conversation. I wanted to talk. And after the conversation and the next conversation, eventually we got to the, bro, why you leave? Mm-hmm. Why ain't you come get me? Mm-hmm. How come you ain't come back? Like, we got into all that. Okay. And we got heavy into it.
Okay.
And we moved past it.
So you were able to receive a level of understanding of what and that's the thing, like, even with my pops, it's more so like I'm at a level where I'm like, I have compassion because of your upbringing.
Yeah.
Born Southside Chicago. My grandfather, God rest his soul, he was heavy in the streets, did 15 years, federal in the pen. My grandmother trying to figure out her way throughout life. And I'm like, my dad came into dysfunction.
Yeah.
Like, that was his mentality. So with me growing up, finding my identity, who I am as a man, starting a family, I say, you know what? And I'm not all the way there, brother Ken. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Yeah.
It's certain things that irritate me when it comes to my pops, where I'm like, I can't insert myself right now into his proximity.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a trigger, or there's going to be something where I'm like, all right, if we're not willing to have a transparent, honest conversation, I'm not going to put myself in that environment. Not yet, not just yet. That's just my honesty. But now it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, I have this compassion for this man because he didn't receive it.
Yeah, understood.
As a kid.
Yeah.
So he didn't have this manual to be a father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how was that for you and your pops, where it was like, okay, we have this conversation, then we compound another conversation, and then another conversation. In that instant, that initial conversation, was there honesty?
100%.
On his side?
100%.
So he was willing to be, okay. And so
100%.
So how was it for you in that moment where you're like, okay, I'm going to let this man into my life?
It was, I think we developed our relationship like the right way. It wasn't a bunch of I don't think it was a bunch of dishonesty. I didn't feel like it wasn't real at any moment, especially in the beginning,
Okay.
that it wasn't real. And it wasn't, my dad seemed, when we talk heavy like that, I've never got a sense of my dad not being 100 with me. So,
Wow.
so with that, that's almost a safety net for me.
Yeah.
So I know if I come to you with something heavy and we got to talk about something heavy, especially when it's between me and you, I got to feel that you're going to be
100.
100 with me.
Right.
And that brings us closer.
Okay.
I don't have a bunch of friends.
Same.
I got a bunch of dudes that I relate to as family. And I got, it's almost like this group of people that's between that. It's between my family and between being an associate that I'm really, really cool with. But I don't put the tag friend on a lot of people.
Nah, I'm the same. I don't have a circle. I have a dot.
Oh, okay.
I have a dot, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you my brother or you just an associate.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah, and I 100% feel that. But with those people that are family like that, we have an understanding. We can go to war with words. We go to war on opinions. And I know that when I get ready to walk out the door, I need your parent to tell you I love you and it's cool. I know the next day, I know if I walk out that door and then 15 minutes later my car break down while I'm leaving you, you're going to come get me.
Facts.
You know?
Yeah.
Or if it's going down and I need you to put something in the trunk and come get me,
Yeah.
you're going to come get me.
Yeah.
Right? I need that. And that's the relationship I got like with my dad. I know if I come with him and I'm like, you know, asking him a hard question, you know, and I've asked him, you know, why you leave? He gave me the 100 truth. He told me from his side what it was. And I understood it. I understood the reasoning.
Gotcha.
And I forgave it because of him. My dad was 19.
Yeah.
1920 when he had me, man.
Yeah. Facts.
When I was born, he was 1920. I understand. I remember me 1920. I remember me 5 years ago.
Yeah.
5 years ago, the way he told me with the story that he told me, I might not have been able to handle that 5 years ago.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, it was one of them things that is what it is. But the relationship that we have now is great. I think it's great. You know, Dad he just texted me the other day, told me about doctor visit he had. We went back and forth in text about all the stuff. What was your sugars like? What was this like? All that and everything. So our relationship's cool.
I love it, man. I love it. So, what was manhood like for you growing up?
Oh, man, manhood was the typical what it was. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be 100 with you. I didn't start being a man in the definition that we understand.
Okay.
Until I came to change.
Okay.
Until I met Dr. Darius Daniels.
Okay.
So I went through Made Men. I didn't. It changed it literally gave me my life purpose, which is helping men to grow through everything they need to in order to be an actual man. You know, I grew up with the more numbers you got in your black book with the stars next to them, the more of a man you are. And I grew up with that. I grew up with it being literally taught to me. Like literally, not by example, like literally being taught. You know, I got a brother and I love him to death. And my brother will, if I call him right now, he the type of dude that won't say hello. If I call him right now, he's gonna ask me what's wrong. Because he want to know, do he need to come? Do he need to come help me, save me, do something? That's the love that he got. My brother is one of the people I wouldn't tell every single thing to, because if he take it the wrong way, somebody gonna get hurt.
Wow.
Like he one of them people.
Got it.
So, you know, and I love him to death. I love the life experiences that he gave me. But, you know, in retrospect, a lot of that stuff was wrong. It wasn't necessary to be a man. That's not what being a man is. You know, I don't got to run through a lot of women to be a man.
Sheesh.
I don't need the satisfaction of a lot of chicks to be a man.
Yeah.
I don't need to be that center of attention. Can be, yeah, but don't need to be. You know, and that carried over into my marriage. My grandmother said it was always okay to cry. My grandfather said, absolutely right, it's okay to cry. Don't you be crying in front of people. He said, you got to cry. He said, you man up, quote unquote, you man up, deal with whatever you're dealing with. You go somewhere private and cry.
Wow.
I seen my grandfather cry one time at my grandmother's funeral.
Wow.
One time, broke my heart. I'd never seen my grandfather cry. And the way he was sobbing at my grandmother's funeral broke my heart, bro.
Wow.
Broke my heart. At a time that I didn't think my heart could be broken again. I'm at my grandmother's funeral. Like, ain't nothing gonna hurt like this. Seeing my grandfather cry.
Wow.
New level. New level.
So how do you, because with me, bro, I cry.
I cry too.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna let it out, and I released it, and I share that with my son. He's 6 years old. Like, son, something bother you? It's bothering you?
Yeah.
Release it.
Let that emotion out.
Release.
It's unhealthy.
Yeah, we can't suppress this emotion because it can be self-destruct. Some
volatile.
Yeah, you self-destruct in other areas. Release, son.
Yeah.
Baby girl, release.
Let that out.
You know what I mean? And I think for me, growing up, and I learned that from my grandmother. Mm-hmm. My grandmother, she's a Cancer, so very nurturer.
Me too. My grandmother, July 10th. That's my grandmother's birthday.
Yep. July 7th. Hey, Fufu.
July 7th is your grandma's birthday?
Yeah.
It's my birthday, bro.
Oh, really? See?
That's PD's birthday.
Wow. Look at that. Salute to my Fufu, man. That's my heart. But she always used to tell me, grandson, release.
Yeah.
Release. Jesus wept.
Yes.
But he wasn't soft.
He wasn't soft.
He'll flip them tables quick.
Yes.
But I see a lot of men out here, I got to be strong.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cry. And one of my therapists, he shared with me, he said, you can't trust a person that won't
show your emotions.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
You can't trust them.
You can't. That you have to be in control of your emotions. But for you to be emotionless is that's psychopath. Like you can't I wouldn't trust a person like that either. I don't have any qualms about showing that side of emotion. When I'm in church, when I'm worshiping, and that I get that feeling that overwhelms me like that, I'm bawling. If I'm sniffling and snotting and everything else, so be it.
Your facts.
So be it. So be it. I'm going to cry. I'm going to let it out. My wife teases me about this because my wife's a crier. But when I watch a movie or a show or something, and it's got something to do with brotherhood or, most of the time it's either a gangster movie or like a war movie or something like that. And somebody then died, or you got to go get somebody and do this, and it don't work out the way it's supposed to, and stuff like that. I'm bawling. I'm crying. Tears is running down my face. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Something compassionate, like with kids or something like that. I'm crying. It's just me. Yeah. I'm a big. If you want to put a label on it, I'm a big softie like that.
Okay.
If you want to put a label on it, that's for everybody to understand that. Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, I'm not a soft type person. I'm a real raw in front of your face, boisterous. It takes a minute for most people to understand like my personality. They think, oh, he's angry. No, I'm real passionate about what I speak about all the time.
Facts.
I'm from up north. I talk with my vibrato's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And everything. People, oh, he's aggressive. I'm not really. I'm not really aggressive. Just how I talk.
Yeah.
And everything. But if you want to call me that, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I'm like that with my family. I'm like that with my ministry. I'm like that with God. I'm like that. It's just me. It ain't soft. I show that emotion. I cry.
Yeah. Love it, man. What were some of the early emotional struggles that you dealt with that nobody saw?
My identity.
Okay, expound on that.
I would say 100% of my identity going back to my dad and my family. I didn't think a lot of people looked like me. So I kind of felt like I didn't fit. My identity. I'm a martial artist, man. I competed in tournaments, world champion, a couple of times, ranked nationally. You know, had a room full of trophies and everything. But competing under, so was my uncle. My uncle was that person. I idolized him when I was little. He was my superhero. So I chased that. But for me to chase that and him being known like he was in that same circle of martial arts, I was always little him. I couldn't stand that. I'm like, I'm not little him, I'm me, bro.
Right. I got you.
I'm like, I'm me.
I got you.
I couldn't stand that. So my identity was I chased it. What do I have to do to prove to you or to everybody else that I'm me, for you to see me for nothing else but for who I am.
Right.
So I did a lot of self-destructive things in life to prove that I was me. Instead of not fitting in. I ain't never fit in. But my identity was the biggest thing that I fought with. And I think it just leaked into everything else. Okay. It leaked into the type of person that I was.
Okay. So when did you first realize that you were battling something internally? Was it like teenage years?
I'm going to say when I realized it probably in my late 30s.
Oh, wow.
My mid to late.
So this is late. Wow.
That's when I realized it.
Okay.
I didn't do nothing until 2000. I didn't start to want to do anything about it until 2019 when I moved down to Georgia.
Wow. Okay, so you're away from what you were accustomed to. You left Philly, came to Georgia. Wow. See, that's good, man, because I feel like sometimes we got to get out of that environment. Like you got to remove out of Egypt, if you will, right?
Remove yourself.
Remove yourself from that.
Yeah.
Everything up here can be cluttered. So once you get into a new situation, a new environment, now you see things that you typically wouldn't see.
It was a conviction, and I didn't even understand or know why until I got into Change Church. But in 2019, it was a conviction. Me and my wife we moved down here and signed on the line for a house on the verge of, we speaking about divorce every other day. Wow. And we bought a new house. And it was something that it got to the point where she made a decision. You know, my wife said, I'm going to go get help for me. I got some growing and some things to get through, some work I got to do it myself before I even make a decision about us. She did that. While she was doing that, I'm still self-destructing. Just got to a point where I got to change. And after I got to change is when we both pretty much experienced change.
Wow.
In our lives. And got to the point where we are what we are. Like the things that people see today, us, me and her, and people tell us all the time, oh, you guys are so happy, you guys are so this, you and my role. I got friends that they didn't see the self-destructive stuff between me and my wife. They say, oh, you guys are my role models. Mm-hmm. And I'm like,
only if you knew.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Like, you don't know.
You know the name, you don't know the story.
Like you don't know. Now it's rainbows and unicorns now.
Yeah.
It's rainbows and unicorns now. You know, every day is a dream with my wife. I love her to death. She loved me to death. It's my best friend. That's my everything. You know, I pray God don't make a decision to take her away from me. And you know, we joke about it all the time. Like, man, you gotta die first.
Like, I don't know. I'm
gotta die first. You gotta be around because I can't do it without you.
Wow.
I can't do it without you.
Beautiful. So, give our viewers, those that are, whether they're newly married, It's for the newly married. We have a couple of people that recently got married.
Okay.
And they're same thing. They look at the Browns. Oh, you guys are so inspiring. This, that, and third. But it's like it takes commitment.
Takes commitment.
Every day, I may not like my spouse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love my spouse.
Yeah.
She's my best friend. But every day we get on each other's nerves sometimes.
Absolutely. It's your job to get on your wife's nerves.
It's my
New husbands, it's your job to annoy your wife. It's your job to annoy your wife a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do the annoying stuff. If your wife isn't like, stop on a regular basis, you husbanding wrong.
Man, listen. My wife would be in the kitchen, man. I'm tap the butt.
Yeah.
Kiss her. Pinch her cheek.
Yeah.
Like, I'm that husband.
Yeah.
I'm the annoying husband.
You gotta be.
She'd be like, oh, my wife is such a chill. Like, she's like this.
Yeah.
And I'm the opposite.
Regulated. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, I know I get on your nerve.
Yeah,
but it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, man. So, yeah, just kind of give our viewers, those that are either married or looking to be married, some insight on marriage and what it takes, to have a thriving marriage.
So low key, this is what me and my wife do. So we mentor a couple couples.
Okay.
Like this. My wife just happens to be, like you said, like your wife is, that real low key type of individual. And so being as though she's not that social person like that, it's kind of difficult for her to reach into that space initially. But once we get into it, she really in it. So I would say, to answer your question, the top number one thing that I give the couples to do is have hard conversations. And I say do that on the regular. So first of all, you should be checking in. You should be checking in at least once a week. You should have a scheduled check-in. And me, myself, we are better. We are much better than what we were at it before. We can always get better than what we are at it now.
For sure.
Making your check-in the number one priority. Just like if you made a doctor's appointment, you wouldn't want to violate that. Just like if you made an appointment to sit down and talk for half an hour with Barack Obama, you would make that appointment.
That's a fact.
Right?
Yeah.
You would make that appointment. Same thing when it's your marriage check-in. Nothing else is more important than that. Not going to the grocery store, not filling the car with gas, not, we about to go out in an hour, or the kids got this. No. I've told people no for things because I look on my schedule and it interferes or it's too close to my marriage check-in.
Wow.
That's the type of commitment you need to have for it.
That's good.
So you should be checking in on a regular. Doing those check-ins, when those hard conversations happen. My cup is not full in this area with you. What you said last week when we was in the kitchen and you said this is how this made me feel. Like, you got to have those hard conversations. I'm not satisfied enough in the bedroom. Stop being scared to talk about these things.
Yeah.
These things, especially as a man, these things are that make men go seek it somewhere else.
That's a fact.
If you're not cooking for that dude and somebody at work is bringing him a plate every other day, she making good deposits in his love bank. And eventually that is potentially the person that he can slip, fall in. You know what I'm saying? So
For real.
That's 100. That's where we get the excuse from. It was an accident. It's the first thing that happened to when we talking about, it was an accident. It really was. People, you didn't accidentally do it. No, he really did accidentally do it. It just built up to a certain thing, and it happened. And then after it happened, that's when the regret set in. Like, I shouldn't have did that.
Right.
But certain stuff led up to that.
Yeah.
So we have to have these hard conversations so we can minimize the accident. Our pastor talks about our spouse being the person that, it's like a store. It's the only store I can shop at. You got to leave certain stuff. You got to leave it on the shelf for me. I got to be able to pick it off the shelf to get it. The shelf can't be bare.
Right.
This is one of the things that I attribute to the shelf being bare. If I can't go get my Fruity Pebbles from Kroger,
Yeah.
I might end up, when I walk by the aisle in Publix, I might grab them. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have those hard conversations. And the thing about having hard conversations over and over and over again, they get easy. Now it's not, let's talk about this. It's, okay, we got to talk about this. And I'm comfortable doing it because it's a safe space. And after we talk about it, there ain't going to be no repercussions. We talked about it. We got it out. And we implementing the things to change it.
That's so good, brother.
Yeah.
That's so good. So you've heard of the 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
Of course. So a lot of couples, they feel like that 20% that they may feel like they're not getting in the marriage, they seek it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you got a whole 80 piece
Right.
at home.
Yeah.
You rather leave that steak dinner for a Hot Pocket.
Right.
Because you feel like that 20% is that urge that you have. Like, why do you feel men, we make those mistakes with stepping out because we feel like, hey, listen, I'm not getting what I need in the bedroom. We'll stay there.
Yeah. Like so number one is how we was raised. A lot of times we was raised, if you're not getting it from one, you go get it from somewhere else. And that gets ingrained in you. So it's almost like a habit. It's like getting up and going to the bathroom. You get the feeling, you get up and go to the bathroom. You don't hold it in. I give you two analogies. As a man, if you got to go to the bathroom, as a man, you're driving down the highway, you got to go to the bathroom. Are you looking to go to the bathroom, or are you looking for a Publix, or are you looking for a QT, or something to stop to go into a restroom to use the restroom? No, we men. If I got to go to the bathroom and it's bad enough, I'm gonna pull it out, and it's gonna be on the side of the highway. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's that urge. So it's not proper. It's not even legal.
Yeah.
But I got to go to the bathroom. I'm going to take that chance and go to the bathroom because I'm not going to pee on myself. I'm certainly not going to pee on the leather seats in the car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, the Mercedes is not getting this. It's not happening. It's not happening. I will pee on a cop car.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah.
Before I in the car. It must be crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's an urge. But at the same time, you mentioned the 80-20 rule, right? Why go to get a steak? Why leave a steak for a Hot Pocket?
Yeah.
Right? How many times you done ate before you went out to eat?
A lot.
How many times you done grabbed something real quick before you went to that restaurant and dropped $300-$400?
Yeah.
You know you're going to H&H.
Yeah.
You know that you and the wife, you've been there a couple times, you know that bill $400. You know after you get 2 drinks, you get a regular drink, you get the main course and the dessert, $400. You know. Easy.
Yeah.
And you know you, as a man, most time, you know I'm going to finish my food and then I'm going to pick off her plate.
That's a fact.
So and we still going to spend the $400. But how many times before that, you done made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? How many times before that you done grabbed something quick? You had some leftovers or something, you had some chicken or something in the microwave, had that little plate, you done threw that in the microwave.
Yep.
I mean, that's 20%. You know why? Because we don't want 80%.
We want the whole. We want the whole pie.
We want 100%.
Wow.
So why wouldn't you lead the 80 to get to 20? That's why you gotta have these hard conversations. You gotta talk about it.
Yeah.
You gotta talk about it. That's not an excuse.
Not an excuse,
Men,
for sure.
That's not an excuse.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse. Oh, he said no. That's not an excuse. You need to have some type of self-control and discipline to put you to be able to articulate what's going on with you, so you don't do this.
That's real. Yeah, man. I feel like with us, we have friendship time. 7 o'clock every day, friendship time. And me and my wife, that's the time where we have those hard conversations where we like, she'll tell me, I need this, or I'm not getting this from you, babe. And it's sometimes I'm like, dang, it bite, it sting.
It hurt.
But I need to hear it. And I look at myself in the mirror and be like, yo, D, tighten up. Understand this. Everything. So I get so caught up with work, business, where at one point of my marriage, I was everything to everyone else.
And nothing
at home.
Yeah.
Like I was here, but mentally I was somewhere else.
Same thing.
So now it's the intentionality of me saying, okay, God is real, man. 14 years with my wife, 12 years married, but doing that groundwork every single day. And for me personally, when my wife is good, the home is good. Like someone was just sharing this with me not too long ago. They were like, brother, I think it was someone at church. They were like, it may have been PD, when he was stating that we are the thermostat and our wives,
Yeah.
they're the temperature.
Yeah.
When we walk in, we dictate from our action.
Yeah.
We got to regulate it. You know what I mean? And when my wife, when she's off, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. All right, let me check myself first.
Yeah.
Because if I engage in the offness, the whole house is messed up. The kids feel it. Everything is off.
Yeah.
So getting back, recenter, recalibrating, and saying, you know what? Let's have this conversation, babe. Whether we walk out of this conversation still not agreeing, because I'm the type of person, I'm not that guy that goes to bed upset with my wife.
Yeah.
I like to sometimes force the issue, like, get it out of you. I need that, babe. I need that. And that's the younger D, because acceptance. Not feeling like I didn't receive that from moms or pops. So when my wife is like, give me some time, I'm like, no, babe, I need to know now. Yeah. We need a resolution right now.
Can I use something on that?
Please do. Please do.
So, and this is not, I don't want men to think that this is soft. Journal that. That's something that you should have for a scheduled check-in. Because what you do in that situation when she tight and she don't really want to talk about it, think about it when you tight and you really won't, you trying to calm down from the issue. I'm tight and I want to calm down from the issue. How many times in your life has a situation made you so upset that you still feel exactly the same way 24 hours ago?
Oh, man.
There's not many times that you take a situation, and I'm pissed off about this at 7 o'clock on Tuesday and then 7 o'clock on Wednesday, you still that pissed off. You need the time. You need the time to process it. You need time to think about how to react to it logically and everything else. So if she in that state and you want some, we need to talk about it now, what do you think you're going to get? You're going to get defensiveness. You're going to get, I'm going to say everything in the book to make you feel how I feel. So if I need to say stuff to make you mad, I'm going to say it. I'm not going to have any compassion, concern, grace, anything in this situation for you, for your feelings, for what's going on, none of that. So it's not going to be productive.
Got it. That's good.
So in them situations, well, I want to talk about it. I have somebody tell me, well, Ken, I want to talk about it because I don't want to forget nothing about it or none of the emotions and information.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Sit down, pop open a book, a journal, a piece of paper, your phone, write all that down.
Gotcha.
This is what happened. I had just washed the dishes. You left all these dishes in the sink. You know I don't like washing dishes. You know it's my pet peeve. Yada, yada, yada. I'm tired of talking to you about this. Write all that down. Yeah. Go back and read it the next day. I guarantee you.
You're going to be like.
This ain't. Wow. Yeah. I was tripping.
Yeah.
And then if it's still something that you really need to talk about, now when you're checking, you're like, yo, Tuesday. Now it ain't raw. It's more like, hey, listen, Tuesday, when I wash the dishes.
That's good, brother.
This is how and this is how it made me feel. What can we do to resolve the issue? Or what can I do to learn from? You know, stuff like that. Instead of you. And now we fighting. Now we mad. Now that leak into something else. How many and people have been in this situation? How many times you done got into an argument about something stupid and it's crazy heated? Crazy heated because it's a sock on the floor in the living room. Crazy heated argument. That ain't about the sock on the floor in the living room. That's about something else that we didn't handle, that we didn't talk about, that then leaked into that situation. That might be about the thing that you argue with me about going to bed the day before.
Right.
Because you didn't want to wait and regulate yourself and us speak about it when we both know we're in a safe space to do it.
That's good. Okay. Appreciate that, brother. Definitely. That's good. We're going to reel it back in, man. Let's talk about depression. You are a two-time suicide survivor, brother.
Two-time.
And brother to brother, I'm glad you're here. Still here.
I'm glad I made it too.
Because you have a purpose, brother.
Yes.
Your presence right now exuding this radiance, bro, and that's nothing but God, man. So proud of you in that aspect. But brothers that are battling right now, they're ready to say, you know what, I have no purpose. Yeah. I'm ready to off it. I'm ready to end it right now. What's something that you can share with them right now? This camera right here, and then let's get into your story of how you overcame that.
I'm gonna say right now, 100%, somebody loved you. Somebody needs you, despite how you feel. If it's nobody, this is to a stranger right now.
Come on.
I love you. I need you here. You need prayer? I'll pray for you. There's a number you can call. There is somebody you can talk through this emotion that's getting you to the point where you have made a plan and you're willing to execute it to end your life. You have done nothing bad enough to end your own life. Nothing bad enough for you to end your own life. God love you through whatever it is. And if you're one of them type of people that's trying to think of the horrible thing that you could do that would justify that, you're wrong. Because if don't nobody on this entire earth care and love for you, God love you. If I don't, if D don't, God love you. So you need to talk to someone. You need to talk to someone. That's just 100. My story is going through a lot of stuff. You know, I thought that financial issues, I thought that relationship issues, I thought that issues with my family, you know, I thought that issues with my kids, at a point of feeling worthless and everything like that. Issues behind getting caught cheating. I hope y'all ready for this ride.
Come on, let's talk about it.
Because I am a very transparent person about this right here. Issues about getting caught cheating. Issues about losing my wife, the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. Issues behind not being able to see my kids because of those choices. Issues about choices that I made in positions that I put myself in that didn't work out like they should have, or like I thought they should have, or on the good side of what they should have, that worked out to what I thought was my damnation, pushed me to a point where I wanted to end my life. I'll walk you through the day. Me and my wife are arguing. Whole day we arguing about some heavy stuff that's going on between us. We talking about ending our marriage, and I'm talking about not seeing my kids and my family, and people looking at us a certain way, and the optics of all that. I'm talking about what it looks like from church people. We talking about all that. We arguing about money and how we spending it, and credit, and where we live. We arguing about everything, super bad. And beginning of the day, it was a threat. I kill myself. I do it right now. I'll do it today. I'll do it in front of you, like on one of those type things to hurt her. That's how it started, the first time. That's how it started. I was tripping. Didn't put a hand on her. I was trying to go outside. I was trying to leave the house to do it. And, well, actually at that time, I wasn't serious. It was just a threat at the time.
Right.
But I was super emotional about it. I'm crying. I'm yelling, screaming. We angry. I got my gun in my hand. She called one of my best friends, my brother. Somebody I call my brother. She called my brother. And not too many people notice about this part of the story. My brother Drew, in my living room, we had an open floor plan. So from the front door, you could almost see to the back door at the time at a house in Philly, row house. I'm in the kitchen. right before the little room before the back door. And we arguing. She had already called him. I didn't know she called him. Came to the door, let herself in, came in the house. And I'm like, oh, you called my brother? I said, then I guess it's going to be both of us down here. I said, because I'm not letting him stop me from doing this. I do it. My brother said, hey, yo, no, what you doing? I said, don't come over here, I'll kill you. He said, I guess we both be dead. We talk about this while we going to heaven or something. I don't know.
Wow.
And my brother walked down the barrel of my Glock. He walked it down. He said, you're not, my nickname Pooh. He's like, Pooh, you're not gonna shoot me. He said, if you do, I'm coming over there and getting that gun. You're not gonna shoot me. And he walked it down. In a state where I'm super unstable.
Wow.
And we trained. I got my finger on the trigger. I got him lined up right. I'm putting 2 in his chest. In my head, I'm putting 2 in his chest. He walked me down. Took my finger out the trigger well. Took my gun from me. Hugged me, took me outside. We talked about some things for a couple hours and everything. Went back in the house. And he thought I was cool. He left. Thought the situation had died down. I'm still feeling the way I felt, but I'm not showing it. I'm still feeling all that stuff. Now I'm really feeling it because now I'm thinking about all the things and how I'm messing up in life. Right? I'm literally thinking about if I'm not here, my kids get taken care of. I'm going through the conversations in my head. Well, who's going to be a father to your sons? I said, oh, they got 5 or 6 dudes in their life that'll do that. And me thinking that that's okay, but me thinking that's going to be okay because of the way I was raised. Crazy. That just came in my head. That just popped in my head. Wow. Me thinking that that's going to be okay because of the way I was raised. Because of my mom doing her best and putting all these other men in my life to help me be a man.
That cycle.
That cycle, right? Right? And that's not me blaming my mom for what she did. She did the best of what she could with what she had.
Right.
But fathers, you need to be a dad to your kids. That's a little side note. You need to be a dad to your kids. You need to be in their life. But me thinking that that's okay because of the way I was raised.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, no, they be okay. Oh, the insurance money will kick in. House will be paid for. They get a check. College, tuition paid. All that, right? I'm thinking that. I casually leave the house. She asks me where I'm going. I don't tell her. She get a little upset. I managed to get out the house. I get out the house. And I go over to St. Joseph's University. St. Joseph's got a track that's pretty much accessible, like a running track. Their track and field areas accessible almost to the public. I go over there, I sit on the bleachers, I'm crying, I'm talking, I'm talking to God at a time where I'm not really close to God. And at a time where I don't think God hears me. I'm just talking out loud. I'm wasting my breath. And I'm really talking like I'm talking to you right now, like out loud. If anybody was around and they heard me, they probably avoided me because they thought I was crazy out there talking to myself like that. And I'm kind of like got my gun on my lap and I'm crying. And I get to the point where I'm like, it's over. Cool. I'm talking through the decision to do it. I'm to the point where I am. I pull the slide back, I chamber around. Oh, actually, I pulled my mag out, made sure it was loaded. Put my mag back in, chambered around. One flew out because it was already one in the tube. It was hot. One popped out. I said, now I know. Definitely there's one in there. We rocking, we ready to go. Gun not out of battery or nothing like that. We cool. Put it to my head, and I pull the trigger. Tink, biggest, loudest click of my life ever heard. Goes tink. Look at it. Glock 19. Not no high point and nothing like that that's going to jam and all that. No. Glock 19, clean. I'm like, wow, what's going on? After hearing the click, scents start coming. I think my location or something was on my phone or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember like a lot right after that. But right after that, my uncle came and talked to me. And we talked to, like, came out to the track where he was, talked to me. Wow. We talked about some things about depression and all the other stuff. And I went back home. And like I usually do, put my gun on my dresser, I took the mag out, make sure it wasn't around in the chamber. When I unchambered it and looked on that round, there was I don't know if you know a lot about guns, but there was a dent in the primer.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So the firing pin hit the primer. It should have went off.
Wow.
So I'm thinking like, oh, it's a dud, right? Oh, it's a dud. I kept it on my dresser, wrote my name on it. Kept it on my dresser. I used to carry it all the time. It's my good luck charm.
Reminder,
right? A few years after that, I was at the range. It was in my pocket. It just happened to be in my pocket because I carry it. Let me see something. I'm shooting, I'm practicing or whatever. Let me see something. I drop him in, point, pull the trigger, fire it. There's nothing wrong with that. Fire with a dimple in it. Technically, if it wasn't, it probably was less likely to fire now than what it was the first time because it was flawed. It had a dimple in the primer.
Right.
But it fired. That was God working in my life, and not me not knowing it. So I don't know if it was me talking to him in that moment. I don't know if it was my grandmother's prayers. I don't know if it was my wife's praying about me.
Come on.
I don't know what it was, but it was God in that moment. In the moment when I'm not close to him, when he's not on the forefront of my life, or nothing like that, it was God. It was God. When I discussed it and talked to my wife about it, she tells me, she says, I don't even know if she remembered this conversation in detail like I do. But one of the things that she said was, despite what we go through, you are my best friend. You are our kid's father, and I need you in my life, whether we together or not. I need you. Like, she was still real heavy on the, shout out to my wife, heavy on accountability. She's still heavy, like a reminder, oh, this doesn't absolve you from the things that you've done. So whether we're together or not, I still need you. Your kids need you. We love you. I still love you. It's just, the other stuff that you did might result in us not being together. But she told me we had that conversation. That's 2012. Range was I was at the range in 2016 when I shot it.
4 years later.
4 years later.
Wow.
So I had got to a point in the conversation I had in my head about it was, it's not your good luck charm. This is something that you're holding on to. So you're staying in that place. Since you're holding on to it, you're staying in that place. You're not allowing yourself to grow past that place. No matter how good you feel, you're still in that place because you're still holding on to it. Because there was times when I would go back in the house to get it. Oh, I can't go out the house without that. I might die today. Like, I had that thought. I was still holding on to that. Fast forward to moving down here. Real heavy on the conviction about being down here, moving away from Philly. And it was almost to something like what you said. I had to pull myself out that environment. I had to pull my family out that environment. I didn't want my wife up there for the reminders of the infidelity. I thought that was one of the things that was, every time she come in this house, she think about an argument that we had. Every time she stand at the kitchen washing the dish at the kitchen sink, she thinking about an argument we had or a conversation we had. Every time we go out to this place, she think about this situation, which reminds her of this. And that was my thought process behind it. But I was real heavy on the conviction about moving, getting away from all that. Let's get out. Let's start anew. Let's start fresh.
Yeah.
Kind of wrong, but kind of right at the same time. because it's not necessarily those things are still going to follow you. I wasn't thinking that those things were still going to follow you.
That's good.
But it's a thought. Yeah. No matter where I'm at.
No matter where you at.
I can't get out my brain.
Sheesh.
Right? So those things are still going to follow you, right? I'm thinking new environment, we could start anew, blah, blah, blah. That kind of didn't happen that way. But look how God worked, though. But getting out of there, 2019 lead me to change. 2022? Lead me to change. In a time where when we came down here, me and you talked about this off camera, but when we came down here, me and my wife were having divorce conversations. We're not going to be together. How are we going to split this up? You know, having really, I won't say casual, but sensible and friendly divorce conversations, because we had gotten to a point where it's like, yo, this is ridiculous. We can't keep treating each other like that or like this. And she my best friend. I'm her best friend. She my best friend. I'm her best friend. So those conversations were really us sitting down and ironing it out. It wasn't a yelling, screaming type thing. It wasn't those conversations. We had gotten past that. It wasn't even fighting like that no more, which was crazy to be past the point of, you know, yelling and screaming. Yelling and screaming is emotion and passion. I still care. Yeah. We ain't care no more. We ain't care. It was about to get real.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't care no more. We was about to go get some papers drafted up and sign on the lines, and it was going to be what it was going to be.
Yeah.
She makes the decision. I remember this conversation sitting on the edge of the bed. She's like, you know, I'm going to go to therapy. Before I pull the trigger on this, I'm going to go to therapy, get myself together first. Wow. To make sure I'm in the right headspace before I make a major decision in our lives like this. Just to be transparent, my level of infidelity was enough for whatever reason you could possibly think of for her not to be with me. Faith, as far as being a Christian, as far as me cheating on her, she had every reason to cheat on me and be cool. Biblically, she had the reasoning to get a divorce. Biblically. Street code. She's supposed to be my main, my only, the one. So to put everything else, no one else is supposed to be above that one. That wasn't the case. I was putting people above her. Wow. She had every reason. That why. If you got any type of moral compass, she had every reason not to be me, bro. To get a divorce. Every single reason. And our pastor talked about this in a message. He talked about people being in your lives and still being in relationships with you because of one thing. It's not because of you. It's not because of their morality. It's not because of anything. It's because of their relationship with Christ. Because of my wife's relationship with God is why she stayed with me. And I think through prayer, I think through relationship and everything else is why the Lord didn't allow our situation to be pulled apart. And we hung by that last thread until she got help that she needed. And then we found Change Church. I found Change Church and got involved with found Change Church, didn't want to like change. I came down here. When I came down here, I was anxious to get down here from Philadelphia, because I said I can go back to church. I experienced some church hurt. I experienced some things at my church that and in my life, I'm not going to 100% throw it on my church, but in my life too, that caused me to pull away from that. And gotcha. I interpreted things a certain way that pulled me back from that, right? And I got down here, I said, I can't wait to get down here in the South. It's the South. Yeah. The church everywhere. I can sneeze on a church in the South. Mm-hmm. Not knowing that I moved to a very affluent neighborhood that is predominantly, not my skin complexion. so when we
feel
find in
that.
the church,
Yeah.
we find in the church, we were kind of in a position where I outpriced where I usually stay at. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only to be 100. I'm the only black person in my development.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. Maybe I should have looked a little bit harder, but this, because I got a couple friends that got a little bit bigger, a little bit better than what, in my opinion, than me. That got decent amount of neighbors that's our color. So but it was very difficult. I went to a bunch of churches. I stopped going to church. My wife kept looking, and eventually we found change. Found change. Didn't want to fall in love with PD. I did. First message, first time I came and everything. This dude's amazing. I don't want to be here. Like, I was dealing. That's my duality. This dude's amazing. He gave me everything that I needed today to carry me for the week. I don't want to be here.
But I don't want to be here. Wow.
I don't want to be here because I know how I am. I'm a servant. I know if I fall in love with this church, I'm gonna serve this church. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. You see where I'm at now. Anybody that know me, anybody know Change Church, know Kenn Wit 2 N's, 10 toes down.
That's a fact.
For the mission.
That's a fact.
10 toes down. I'm anything, everything, or nothing at all for my church. So, fell in love with that. Made Men had started. I'm still depressed. Now I'm aware of my depression.
Okay.
Aware of my depression, and I'll circle back to the first time with something that we talked about earlier. But I'm aware of my depression, like clinically. I talked to a doctor about it and everything. So you're probably depressed. You probably need to see a psychiatrist. He said, I really think you are depressed. You probably need to see a psychiatrist. I'm homesick. I miss my friends. I miss my squad. I miss work. I miss everything. I got my family. I got a little bit camaraderie with my cousin's husband. A little, I got a lot with him, but it's just him. That's it. I'm not really vibing with nobody else. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have the outlet of martial arts no more because now I can't go to karate class. I ain't got nobody to rumble with. I used to be able to call my brother up and like, yo, I'm going through it, or he called me up, we're going through it. Hey, let's get the bag, get the gear, we get it in.
Let's get active.
Yeah. So I have none of that. I'm depressed to the point where before the summer before we found change, my wife sent me back to Philly. She put me on a plane to send me, call my manager and them, his birthday coming up. I'm sending him up there for like 4 days. He miss y'all. And obvious. Like, it's that obvious. Other people see it. Yeah. I'm bad. So, Find Change Church, Made Men about to start. I'm still heavy with my depression. I'm still fighting. I'm getting good word from PD about life. I'm super interested in this Made Men program. Go to orientation about it. Super anxious about it because it's what I need, and I know it's what I need.
Okay.
Like, I'm sitting in a car afterwards, excited and crying about it at the same time because I noticed what I need in my life. I need life change. I need this. I need it. So my Holy Ghost is speaking to me, but my demons are speaking to me too. At the same time, spiritual warfare, bro. Like real warfare.
Loud.
Not subtle, loud. So it's the week before Made Men start. Made Men start on a Monday. It's the week before that. I'm going through it at home. Me personally. I'm just going through it. I'm super depressed. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be around. And I'm fighting them feelings again. Wife had already told me, my best friend, you get these feelings again, you need to call me, you need to talk to me, whatever. Don't matter where we at, what position that we in, talk to me. I don't particularly remember where Alicia was. but she wasn't around. She might have been away on business. She might have been on a girl's trip. She might have been somewhere. I don't remember. Okay. She wasn't around. I'm calling her. Can't get her. My daughter is with my cousin. She's baby. Okay. She's with my cousin. My youngest son is out. My oldest son is out. I'm alone. I called my wife. I called both my sons. I called my cousin because she had my baby to talk to her. I called my cousin's husband to talk to him. I called my brothers in Philly. I called my best friend in Philly. I called my grandmother in Philly. I called my mom. Nobody answered the phone.
Wow.
Nobody answered the phone.
Wow.
And when I looked on the list, when I went back and looked on the list of people I made 19 phone calls to speak to somebody because I know how I'm feeling and I need to talk to somebody.
Gotcha.
I should have called that suicide hotline. I should have. Yeah. But at the time, I didn't. I think that should have been a 20th call. But at the time, I was like, you know what? You
need to speak to someone that knows Kenn.
I need to talk to somebody that knows
me. Yeah.
So I'm like, forget it, whatever. I hop in the car. I go to the liquor store, 10 minutes from the house. I buy the big bottle of Henny, not the little regular bottle.
Yeah.
I buy the big boy, the one they got to go get.
Yeah.
Big one. Hennessy. Get back in the car, in the parking lot. Pop the top, bing, like it's water. Drink about a quarter of the bottle in the parking lot. In like 2 minutes. Put the car in drive. Let me get back to the house before I get drunk and hurt somebody. That's what I said to myself. And hurt somebody. The whole time I'm in the car, I start crying. I mean, weeping. I get back to I'm driving to the house. By the time I get back to the house and put my car in the driveway, 3/4 of that bottle was gone. Wow. It's 10 minutes from the house. 10 minutes. I probably should have went to the hospital and died for as much Hennessy I drank that fast. I go in the house and I'm sitting there. I was on the back deck and I was walking back. I was pacing back and forth on my back deck. Just pacing back and forth. So almost same process again. So now I'm talking out loud, talking to myself, trying to talk through it. I don't want to be here, but you need to be here. You got kids. The kids is grown. My boys will take care of the baby girl. Like, I'm talking all this heavy stuff. Wife really don't want me. She'd probably be better off without me. All these things I'm talking through. All the people you're going to leave behind that's going to be so upset that you're gone. They'll get over it in 30 days. Guaranteed.
Sheesh.
I'm telling myself. I'm specific.
Oh, wow.
What?
Wow. Yeah, them demons were loud. They were loud. I've been there, bro. I know.
Listen, I'm still getting a little bit. My Holy Spirit's still talking to me a little bit because now my Holy Spirit is the one that's asking these questions. What about the kids? What about your family? What about your wife? What about this? You said you had dreams to do this. You can't do these dreams without this. You said you wanted to do this with real estate. You said you wanted to do this with business. You said you wanted to do this. How you going to do that? I'm having all these conversations in my head. Demons super loud. No, go do it. Go get your gun. We ain't got my gun. Cleaned it. Because the conversation I had in my head was, you don't want the same thing that happened last time
on the track
to happen this time.
Wow.
That wasn't, here go the conversation to tell me it was the demons. That wasn't God that saved you. Your gun malfunctioned because you wasn't the maintenance wasn't cool.
Wow.
So I cleaned my gun. Fresh box of hollow points. Fresh box. Popped open the box, unloaded the ones that was in it. Put the new ones in there. Put the mag in. Pacing again, having more conversation. Go put your gun down. No, why you going to put your gun down when you're going to end your life? Go get the insurance policy. What does it say about suicide? Oh, she get a small payout for the suicide, but the house get paid off. It's not going to be as much as the insurance policy is worth, but because of how long it's been, small payout. Like, I'm at, like, all those conversations, bro. Finally, I sit down on the steps on my deck. On the back deck, I sit down on the steps. For some reason, and I explain this to people, I don't know why. When God talked to me, I hear him. I hear him right here. This is why I hear him. And it's not like a loud conversation. It's something that I usually have to be in tune with or paying attention to, unless it's a prompt. If I get a prompt, pray for your son. Pray for D before you get in the car. Like this morning, before I got in the car and came here, I got a prompt to pray for this.
I love it.
So I stopped the car right in the driveway and prayed before I came. I got a prompt, follow my prompts. So unless I get something like that, it's not something that's super loud. I'm sitting there, I put the gun to my head, and the voice, my Holy Spirit spoke to me, man. And as loud as it was, it said, I'm not going to save you again. That's what I heard. I'm not going to save you again are the words that I heard. And it was loud enough for me to stand up, turn around, and point my weapon. Because I thought somebody was behind me.
Wow.
And I was like, yo, nobody's supposed to be in the house. And that was the instinct. I'm drunk. I'm trashed. And this is what I thought. Stumbled down the steps. It was like almost that feeling you get when you're doing something you ain't supposed to do and authority comes into the space. You'd have had a couple drinks and you driving, you get pulled over by a cop.
Right.
Those type feelings.
Yeah.
So I sober up a little bit. Took my gun apart. I said, if I'm gonna do this again, I'm gonna have to really be intentional about doing it. So let me take this apart. Took it apart, unloaded it, dumped all the bullets on the deck, left it out there. Right after that, walked in the house, everybody came back around. The phone went crazy. You called me? Dad, you called me? Text go crazy. Bro, what's up, man? My bad, I'm at work. What's up, what you need? All that.
What was the learning moment in that with everything, the odds, no one out of those 19 calls, no one picked up the phone. You go through this again for the second time. These demons are loud. The Holy Spirit is right there, and you're contemplating.
I keyed in on finding my purpose.
In that moment?
That moment was real crystal clear. Find your purpose.
Fine.
Real crystal clear. Find out what it is.
What does it mean? That's actually a question. What does it mean to relax in that purpose once you find it?
I wouldn't hang the tag or relax on it because it's ongoing. It's not a pressure. It's just I open my eyes, put my feet on the floor, and it's at the top of the list. This is how you're supposed to be serving. I think my main purpose is pouring back into men so they don't make the mistakes relationally that I made, so they don't make the mistakes, so they don't develop themselves into the wrong type of individual and develop themselves into a man, so they make themselves into a man. That's why I'm heavy about made men. I'm passionate about made men in church the way I am, because those are the tools that you need to use on a regular, daily basis consistently in order to shape yourself as a better man, better father, better husband, to live, love, and lead like Jesus.
Absolutely.
So that's my purpose, and that's the call that I've answered, like with that. But in that moment, it was find your purpose. And then Made Men started. And since that program started, since I've been at Change, like I said, man, I'm 10 toes down for that. 10 toes. You can't pull me off that.
That's beautiful, bro. That's so beautiful. I appreciate it, man. I'm over here.
I see you.
I
see you. Tell me what you. I don't mean to switch the interview, but tell me what you feeling.
Man, I know what it feels like to be angry.
Yeah.
And taking it out on myself and on the people that are closest to me.
Yeah.
My wife, my kids.
Yeah.
And hearing you talk, brother, like it did something to me. Because me completing this second go around of Made Man, Shout out again to Dr. Darius Daniels and all the brothers. But the intention in this season, bro, is just it's so essential for me. For my, not just my personal growth, but my personal salvation.
Yeah.
You know. But I hear I'm in my head, and the enemy is like, you don't want to be here. You go out there and do something crazy.
Yeah.
And God is, like I said, because it's praying grandmother, praying wife, people that are truly praying for me. And then on the other side, it's like nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
You ain't talked to your mom in 10 months. Your mom don't care about you. Your pops don't care about you.
Yeah.
Other people, they haven't reached out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, God is like, you have a beautiful family that I've created for you.
Right.
A beautiful wife, a beautiful children. And that inner child, that little Darius tends to find his way back in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Man, I got this. So I'm constantly fighting this little dude.
Yeah.
I had an experience a couple of months ago with my son, Mason. We were out playing. I coach him soccer, football. And we were outside playing one day, bro. And I had an outer body experience where I was looking at my son. It happened so fast. And I saw little Darius next to my son. Yeah. And I looked to the right of me and I saw my father.
Ooh. Okay.
My dad had maybe only came to 2 of my basketball games. I played up to the college level, never came to none of my games. Only 2. Let me tell you this, right? To change the cab used to be Victory.
Yeah.
That was my very first organized basketball game in that same gym.
In the same gym.
At 12 years old.
Oh, that's crazy.
He maybe came to 2 games in that season of my life.
Yeah.
After that, never showed up.
Wow.
Pop, questions, asking, having conversation. And hearing you talk, bro, it's needed, man, because I find myself falling back into God is so good, bro.
Yeah.
God is so good.
Yeah.
That little boy.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, dude, I need to let go. I need to let go. I'm blessed, man. I'm healthy. My wife loves me unconditionally. My kids love me. God loves me. And now I'm finding myself now in community, made men, brothers like yourself, that, whether it's a text message or a phone call, like, hey, man, I'm going through today. Because for so long, I didn't know how to express that vulnerability.
Yeah.
Because I had a trust issue.
Yeah.
I didn't let everybody in. It was hard for me. This wall, this barrier used to be up. So it was like, what's your agenda? What's your motives?
Yeah. What are you trying to use me for?
What do you, yes. Because for so long, it was like I was overextending or overexerting myself into relationships because I didn't know how to set those healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
So in this season that I'm in, not talking to my moms for the amount of time that I haven't seen or talked to her, or my pops or my little brother, it's like, no, these are healthy boundaries that I've set for myself, and not only for myself, for my family. And a lot of people outside is looking in like, man, that's your mom's, bro. Like, why you ain't talk to your moms? And I said, I love my mom. Yeah. There's no bitterness towards my mom. I've forgiven my mom. It was a situation where I told my mom, I said, Mom, we got to have a conversation. Not only we got to have a conversation, my wife needs to be here.
Ooh. Okay.
Because there's been things that my wife got the short end of the stick. My wife has always been there for my family, shown up, done things. But there was a situation where my mom, she needed to make it right. Let's put it like that. She needed to make it right. And I said, Mom, we just need to have a conversation so we can move on and move past this. My mom was like, no. Like, I don't have no reason to talk to you or your wife.
Okay.
Respect. Okay, cool.
Right.
Well,
Boundary.
I'm gonna set this boundary.
Right.
And what we can't do is we can't continue to slide it under the rug,
Right.
like we've been doing for the last 36 years of my life.
Right.
And this is the reason why I left home at 15, because I sent you to my therapist so you can get the help. And this was a non-negotiable. Your son made a non-negotiable and said, hey, if you don't make this right, I gotta love you enough to leave you where you're at. Right. And I'm gonna give you all, I'm gonna give you to God.
Right.
To this day, she hasn't. Boom. Mother's Day just passed, sent her a message. She didn't respond. God, I give you to my mom. I need to focus. But I found myself now, bro, where it still bothers me because that's my mother.
It's human.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm having these battles where it's just like, man, I know I only have one mother. I know I only have one father. But my mom is a different because I know my mom has gone through so much from a kid, abuse, you name it.
Yeah.
She went through it. My grandmother, abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse. So me now sharing my truth, and I know they're going to watch this, and I pray they watch this, and I pray and that God uses this, and someone may be going through something similar. And again, you're not alone.
Not alone.
You're not alone. Get into community, get into people. You know, I only have one biological brother, but I got a lot of spiritual brothers.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I appreciate the brothers in Made Men. I appreciate Dr. Darius Daniels. I appreciate it, man, because I was so incomplete, bro.
Yeah.
I was messed up, man. I was broken because I'm like, man, all I know is what I was taught.
Right.
All I know is dysfunction.
Right.
All I know is chaos. That's all I knew. So when I became, quote unquote, a man, a husband, a man, I was like, bro, you don't know nothing, bro.
Right.
you messed up out here.
Yeah.
You messed up.
Yeah.
And just hearing your story touched me in so many ways, man, because I feel like the most courageous thing you did and anyone else that's in that dark place can do is actually pull themselves out of that darkness.
Yeah.
And you did that. Mm-hmm. Right? Of course, God being in the,
man.
yeah.
God did it, man.
But that courage, though, it takes courage. It takes that willpower.
Yeah.
And you do it, man, because my escapism, you know, we'll get it all, we'll pivot the conversation, but I had a nervous breakdown back in 2000, end of 2021. I used to host these mindset trainings.
Yeah.
Pouring in everybody's cup. Boom, pouring in everybody's cup. This particular mindset training, I'm in my bag, bro. I'm on a Zoom call. It's a couple hundred people on there. And as soon as I pressed end, I start bawling. My wife runs out the room. Kids ain't feel nothing. Wife didn't know what was going on. Yeah. I'm carrying all this load, but didn't show it. I told my wife, I said, babe, I need to get out of here, or I'm about to self-destruct.
Yeah.
She said, we're okay, what's going on? What's going on? I said, I gotta go. I got it. I'm literally, bro, like anxiety on 1,000. I said, I need to go to the mountains for a couple days. I don't know why I thought the mountains. The mountains just popped up. Cool. Yeah. Go to the mountains. I'll show you a picture after this, what I saw while I was in the mountains. God's message was clear. So I was like, but I need you to drop me off. I don't want to drive because I don't want to pass a liquor store. Mm-hmm. That's escapism. Right. I know what I'm going to do with this bottle.
Yeah.
This bottle of Tito's, I'm about to throw it back.
Yeah.
I need to escape. So I said, I need you to drop me off. I want to stay at a particular location, a lodge. I stayed at this small lodge. I said, but no civilization. It's just me, God, and nature. Yeah. Very intentional about it, but it was so sporadic at the same time. She said, okay, babe. Next day, we book. She takes me up to the lodge, and I have this moment. I have this encounter. I'm in my room, and I'm watching a sermon from Joyce Meyer, and I hear God's voice clear because it was silent, and he said, son, you're loved. Yeah. I love you. You're worthy. The next day I'll go to sleep. The next day I wake up. I'm praying. I'm writing in my devotional, and I look up, bro, and there's angel wings in the sky. I'm going to show it to you after this. Literally angel wings, bro, in the sky. Balling. I say, God, I surrender. In that very moment, I literally, I died my flesh. I said everything from not setting healthy boundaries, from not forgiving myself, not forgiving my mother, not forgiving my father, everything. I just I gave it to God in that very moment. That was 2021, the end of 2021. 2022, our business did this. Worst year of my life. My wife went into depression. 2022 was the worst year of my life. And my wife's life. Where I was like, yo, we might not make it. Businesses his went under. We had to start all over. And that's when we ended up finding Change Church as well. And I had church issues because our last church, it was a lot of just crazy stuff going on. So I ran away from church, so I can relate to you.
Yeah.
I ran away from it. I was like, bro, I'm done with church. I don't want church. Church is not for me. I got questions. I'm wrestling with God. I'm like, man, dude, I'm done. Like, this ain't for me. And we found Change, bro. And that was the pivotal moment of my life and my wife's life where I said, no, we need to be right here in this very moment, no matter what we're going through. This is where we need to be. This is what God has called us to be, right in this family, this church, this dynamic church under the leadership of PD. And fast forward today, man, it's funny because despite of what I'm going through with my family,
Yeah.
I find peace every single day because, of course, I've discovered my purpose. I know I'm clear on my purpose as far as what I was called to do. I always tell people you don't have to be behind a pulpit to do God's work.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like what I'm doing is biblical from what we do in our profession, which gives me fulfillment. I'm fulfilled when I wake up. I look forward to something. But those distractions are still there when it comes to my family, when it comes to my mother in particular. So I ask that you pray for your little bro in that aspect, man, because in this season, it's like, all right, God forbid something happened to moms and I didn't make that right. Then another side of me is like, no, you're doing the right thing. Like, I talked to my wife's therapist, and she said it straight up. She said, can I be real with you? I said, yeah, please. She said, your mom's not going to change. You got to be the one to show your mom what God is doing through you. So, and that hit me because when she said, your mom's not going to change. Love your mom for who she is. She's not going to change. You got to allow God to soften your heart, allow God to work through you, and love your mom. Love your mom. Right now, I love my mom so much, but I am not ready to be in proximity just yet. And that's my prayer.
You preach it to me, Doc. You don't even know. I'm in the same. I'm for real.
I know I went on a rant, but
For real. I'm in the same space. I'm in the same space.
Okay.
I'm in the same space, and I'm gonna speak to the people about you setting boundaries. You can't just set boundaries for everyone else in society except for your family, because those people closest to you can hurt you the most. So you can set boundaries. It's okay for you to set a boundary between you and your mother because of a particular situation that you set it. You set a standard. You have a standard that if people aren't living up to the standard that you're setting, then you need to set a boundary.
Yeah.
I need to set this boundary. I need to limit my access or your access to me or my access to you because I'm sacrificing my standard for you. Not doing that.
Wow.
Not sacrificing my standard for you. So that means that we need to have proximity, space between one another. Because of that, I love you.
Yeah.
Somebody does something to you, call me. I'm coming with a trunk full of whatever they need.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be 4th of July.
Right, 4th of July.
Yeah, we're going
Right, we're going to have fun.
Yeah.
It's, whatever. You need me to take you to the
I got
hospital.
you.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right? You need me to change the outlet, you might not want to call me because I'm probably not going to come. You need to put up a ceiling fan, you might not want to call me because I'm probably not going to come. Mm-hmm. Because that's going to lead to something else. Mm-hmm. That's going to lead to us operating in the way we normally operated before. But what I'm trying to get to is it's okay to set that boundary with that person. It's okay. Your spouse.
Got to set boundaries there.
In order to function and get through the things you need to get through, you might need to set a certain boundary. Mm. Now, boundaries aren't permanent things.
Right.
A boundary is just like a detour. You driving up I-85 and they put them cones out so you can't get a certain place. They put a boundary in place for you not to be able to go down the road for somebody not to get hurt.
Safety, yeah.
For you not to get hurt.
Caution.
Yeah. That's what a boundary is.
Right.
Set your boundaries.
Right.
So you're not wrong in that situation. It took me a while to deal with that. It took me a little bit to deal with that. Learning that from our pastor about setting boundaries with people.
Yeah.
It took me a while before I said, this is okay. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I need to take care of me. You said something about when you had your breakdown. You said something that everyone does and doesn't realize. You were literally on your laptop pouring into people. You were filling cups. Our pastor has taught us, and this is something that I hold dear, you can't pour into somebody from an empty cup, number one. Number two, you shouldn't be pouring into anyone. They should be catching your overflow.
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
You shouldn't be pouring into anyone. They should be catching your overflow. Because if this is me, if this bottle of water is me and it's filled to the top, and that bottle of water is you and it's half empty, and I pour into you,
where am I? Yeah.
What am I left with? I'm left with the deficit.
Wow.
But if my cup is running over and you throw your cup up under mine and you get full, then now we both full.
Wow.
Now we both full.
Wow.
So I have to function, I have to live, I have to do the things in my life so those cups that I need to pour into other people are overflowing in my life. So whatever I need to pour into you, I need to have overflow of that. So I'm not at a deficit.
That's so good. And that's the thing. I felt depleted. I was depleted and felt defeated, because I was like, wait a minute. Looking back, when I'm in the mountains and God's talking to me, because now I'm able to hear his voice. I'm like, I was depleted. I felt defeated. I was like, God, why is it that I'm pouring in everyone else's cup, but it seems like someone's poked a hole in mine?
Yes.
There's no reciprocation.
No reciprocation.
These are one-sided relationships. So in this season, if there's not something that I'm able to provide value to you, something of value to you, and it's not a reciprocal situation, right? I'm not just talking about from a business perspective or personal. No, in all aspects, like, how can I serve you? How can I add value to your life?
Yeah.
Whether it's, hey, we praying together, something of value where I'm pouring into your cup, I don't want the relationship.
Right.
I'm cool on that. I wish you well.
Yeah.
I wish you abundance. I wish you nothing but the best. But I've been down that road before, and it wasn't a good feeling.
It's not.
My kids, whether I thought that they didn't feel daddy's depleteness or however you want to call it, they felt it.
Yeah, they did.
My wife, she may have said it. She felt
She
it.
felt it. Yeah.
She felt it. I know they felt it because, again, we're one. We're family. So in that very instance, I said, get what you need constantly. Don't feel like you are being selfish for putting yourself first.
Listen, self-care is not selfish.
Right. Yeah. 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 And that's where I'm at. So every single day, 4:00 a.m., I'm up. I go pray, read devotional, go to the gym, get my mind right so I can be, because God said, you cannot, if you don't pour back into yourself and you're around other profound men or women that are pouring into you, all, like you said, that overflow, you're not in a circle, you're in a cage.
Okay, come on, Doc.
What we doing? So I'm very, in this season of my life, I'm very particular. I do vet my relationships, both on the personal and the business side.
Yeah.
Me and my wife are like, yo, we only rock with married couples, to be quite frank with you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like every decision that we make not only dictates our future, I'm thinking about my kids.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about their future.
Yeah.
I can't be around all this energy, certain types of energy and influences, if it's not beneficial or conducive to what God has called us, where we're going, if that makes sense.
It does.
So people are like, bro, like you're moving in the right direction, but I will keep it real with you before we wrap up. I'm now understanding the importance of what relational intelligence is all about. I didn't have none.
Yeah.
I was so self-critical on myself. I was critical to everybody else because that's how I was raised.
Yeah.
Very critical. So I fumbled relationships from the platonic standpoint. I fumbled relationships. I look back and I'm like, damn, I messed that relationship up.
Yeah.
That was a good friend. He was a good friend.
Yeah.
And I messed it up because I had no relational intelligence. Now in this season, it's like, no, if God brings you in my life, brother, I'm stewarding that relationship very well. Yeah. Very, very well. If something's bothering me, I'm going to bring it, hey, bro, this is bothering me. Or we had a disagreement. Hey, bro, let's sit down as men. I want to talk to you about something that's on my mind that's bothering me.
Yeah.
And I learned that through Made Men. I learned that through scripture. I learned that through journaling. I learned that with having other accountability partners and people like, it's time to wake up.
Yeah.
It's time to wake up. Like my grandmother, my fufu used to say, you got to wake up and smell the coffee.
Yeah.
It's time to wake up.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at, brother. I truly appreciate it, man. Before we wrap up, there's someone right now, they've heard this, because I'm a firm believer. I just need to shift one person, just one person watching this. But that person that's watching this right now, what's one thing you want to leave them that they can hold on to, and so they can step into their best self?
You know what? I got some scripture for that.
What we got?
I got a couple things. So, number one, what you're doing right here is vital. It's very important. We can't help each other if we don't know what's going on, right? So the word says, and this is, I've leaned on Revelation 12 and 11. We overcome through Christ's sacrifice and through the testimony of God's work in our lives. If you don't tell me your testimony, I can't pray for you.
Excuse me.
I can't give you any advice. I can't let you know what my life experience was through it. I can't give you perspective. I can't say the thing that my Holy Ghost prompts me to say to you to get you to turn your situation around if you don't give me your testimony. So with that being said, I looked at how many times, how many other verses in the Bible speak to that, right? Psalm 66 and 16. Come in here, all you who fear God, and I will declare what he has done for my soul. Testimony. Mark 5 and 19. Go home to your friends and tell them how much the Lord has done for you. Testimony. Hebrews 10, 24 and 25. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. Testimony. 2 Corinthians 1, 3 and 4. God comforts us in our troubles so that we can comfort others with the same comfort we have received. Testimony. Romans 1, 11 and 12. Paul says, believers are mutually encouraged by each other's faith. I can't grow through my situation if I don't give my testimony to you. It works both ways. Wow. Thing I will leave with y'all. Talk about it. Talk about it. Suicide Awareness Month. You staying silent is what the enemy wants, because you talking to yourself in your own head and the enemy talking to you through you will put you on the other side of the dirt. Plain and simple. But you talking to your brother about what's going on with you might get him to say, it's crazy that you said that. I'm going through the same thing. How many times you've experienced it? A couple of people in your audience probably experienced it. Anybody that has been on a made man call has experienced this. How many times have you felt isolated by yourself alone in your situation, and all of a sudden someone you don't know tells your testimony through their own experiences?
Yeah.
Talk about it. Talk about it, brothers. I'm transparent with what I'm going through and what I said, because it's going to help you grow. Because you're going to say, eventually, through something I say, I felt that in my heart. Oh, I can relate to that. Oh, I'm starting to go through that right now. Yo, bro, let me tell you what's on the other side of that if you do. That door you about to open, that's the wrong door. Let me tell you what's on the other side of that door. Let me be the Ecclesiastes to your Proverbs real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you your consequences. This is what's going to happen probably. I did the same thing and this is what happened to me. Do you want that to happen to you? Like, talk about it. Talk about it. I can't even, if I don't know, if we cool, if you my man, if you my young boy.
Young boy.
If you my young boy, right?
Yeah.
And you don't tell me what you're going through, how can I pray for you? I'm giving you basic prayers. God protect him. Make his life abundant. I can't say, Lord, give him the words to say to his wife so they can communicate better. Right? Everything that we want is already set aside for us.
Right.
It's already set aside. I just got to ask for it. I got to ask for it, and I got to put myself in position for it. So if I got to ask for it for you, if I got to stand in the gap for you, if I got to be part of the bridge between you and heaven, then I need to know specifically to ask for.
So good. God cannot bless you, speaking to the audience, that viewer. God can't bless you if you're not honest. And that's what I just received that revelation just now as you're talking. Transparency, honesty is the best policy. Be real. About with your situation, because there's someone that's going through it and they need to hear that testimony. Listen, man, if this touched your heart in any shape, fashion, or form, share it with someone. We're going to have Brother Kenn's credentials in the description. Make sure you guys tap in with my brother Kenn with 2 N's. Yes, bro, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. But number one, this is the longest episode to date for a reason, intention behind everything we do. But this is so needed. We talk business, we talk credit, we talk all this stuff. But I'm a firm believer that if we're rich in other areas of our lives and we're poor spiritually, emotionally, what are we really doing?
Yeah.
Right? We have to be comprehensive men, complete men, made men, right? Males are born, men are made. And this episode, I pray that it touches you, fellow brother, watching this. We appreciate you, man. Bro, thank you.
Listen, man, I love you.
Love it, man. Love.
I'm praying for you and everything. I love what you're doing here, man. Keep doing it. Keep talking about it. Keep talking about it.
Till next week, man. Love y'all.